All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off of that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. All right, good morning, everybody. It's July 15th. So yesterday in my video, I talked about gaps. You can't have an intraday gap that can burn you pretty bad. So right here, you can see we have a gap on APPS. So if I was short on this and my stop was, say, right here, and then it gapped over my stop, that's a pretty big chunk. If depending on how much you're risking. If it was the size of this candle that you're risking, then you had that gap. That's a pretty big chunk. So you can lose more than you anticipate with gaps. So QCOM over here, I just showed up late to the party, so missed out on QCOM. That would have been a nice winner to the downside. We are getting a switchback taking place right now. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into QCOM on the close of this candle on a switchback. and then I'll speed bump it if it doesn't work out. So let's see here. We're at 141.99. So sorry, right here, 142.25 roughly, 142.92. So we're gonna say about 30 or 55 cents, 60 cents. Okay, I'm gonna go put 67 cents in my calculator and see what the share size is I should be looking at buying. 67 cents gives me 447 shares to risk reward $300. So we're just gonna go 440. All right, so we're long here, risking $300. We'll be long once this candle closes, and then we'll speed bump it if it doesn't work out. No big deal. I'll show you this chart a little bit wider so you can see what's going on over here. Same thing with APPS. Oh, APPS, we almost had permission to buy it, but not quite, so I didn't get in. And look at that boost. Man, I wish I was in that. All right, so we are definitely in pretty much just straight sideways, this support area a little bit. Busted down, and now we're breaking back up. So we got about 30 seconds for this new candle to open. We'll see. This looks like it could be a speed bump play. Okay, we got about 7 seconds. Put the SPY over here. You can see what's happening with that. And then buy. All right, so we're in on this candle. Gonna go erase these lines from that other switch to remark it up for the switch back. Actually, I'm gonna put my stop in first with the speed bump, 141.89. So we're gonna go 880 on the shares, and then we're gonna go put the stop in just below this candle. I'm gonna risk a little more and make it break down that candle. We have a little bit of a tower candle here, so I'm just gonna go below it, and then we're gonna sell and speed bump. All right, cool. So let's mark it up. I'm going to change my shares back to 440, so don't forget. And then right away, traders, I go and put it in my log, because if I have a bad day, I'm not going to feel like doing this later. And it's important to keep track of my log, so I'm putting it in there right now. So with SPY fading over here, making me get nervous with my QCOM trade here. Like I said, it likes to follow the SPY. So this could be a bad deal. I'm already up 100. Man, with this fading, I feel like just bouncing right now. Take my 100. I really don't have that much time to trade today. I got to get out of here. But I was like, oh, I'm just going to try to trade for an hour before I head out. And I don't want to get stuck in this stuff all day. Do I just take my 100? Even though it's not meeting my risk reward. That's what's going through my brain right now. Like, I really need the risk reward ratio to pay for, winners pay for losers, right? And I just had a winner on it yesterday, and now I need another winner to pay for, I keep on getting winners. It'd be nice, but full winners to pay for full losers. And right now I want to bounce and just take my money and then call it a day and go get the stuff done I need to get done and not have to worry about it and make a little money. But yeah, that's the pull. That's the pull right now. Get out, take your money while you got it. Yep. Yep. Get out. Take your money while you got it. SPY is coming down. You know what's going to follow. What are you doing? Right? That's the pull of my brain. And then it's like, no, you have to stay and get your full winner to pay for your full losers. Or just take your full loser, because it's a numbers game. And in the end of the numbers game, you're making money. And that's how you vetted the system. That's how you've planned the trading. That's how you've done everything, was based on the numbers game. Losers are okay. Like, all these things you got to remind yourself as emotions start to kick in and you're like, I got to get out, or I can't get out. I have to stay in and get my money back. All those different emotions that happen. All right. So we're in almost a $300 range, which is great. That's the risk reward we're looking for. So a little more and we'll push in there. I guess I didn't do my share size. I did my math wrong when I put 67 cents into the calculator. Because we actually have a little more than that. But I also got in a little bit of a discount from what the algo was triggering to get in. So pretty sweet. So we're able to get to that 300 now. Hopefully we can just get a little more and bust through there. I can move my stop up, capitalize on that. Sometimes it does this little thing. You get excited and then it's like, bam, you just lost all that money. So that could happen too. We'll see what happens here. Yep, we're so close. 280. Could have sold. Could have got on my way with my day. Called it a day with one trade. 280. Made another green bar. Every time I get so close to that line, and then look what happens. No. So we're not stopped out yet, but we're about to be. And then we'll speed bump it, and then make it back on the speed bump potentially, or we'll have a really big, really big losing day. Oh no. So yeah, that's how it is. Over here on the SPY, it's a 30-minute chart. So if you're wondering why it looks so different, 30-minute chart up here. So 5-minute over here. Not over yet. Not over yet. We'll see what happens. Okay, so here we are with QCOM. So technically, this is a speed bump right now, right here, because we're on this level. But really, I like to make it break it, right? So right there, we're just technically on a speed bump. So I did move mine to the bottom of this to make a new low of day. But we may just hit the reverse trade on this here in a second. We'll see what this candle does. I put my stop to low of day because they were so close to it. And we know that low of day and high of day is usually provides major support and resistance. So at least when I'm trading with my algo setups. So yeah, so right now that's where my stop is there. But at the same time, you know, looking at this, there's a little bit of a distance here. Let me go ahead and put this markup on here real quick so you can see. So I'm just basically going off the other, I'm not going off the squares, I'm going off the lines from the other markup. Oops, wrong tool. Based on a speed bump. All right, we're a little crooked. All right, so you can see right here, that's half the distance. So if I speed bump this right now, and then it comes here, I recover all my money and then some. But if I wait till it gets here, you know, this is the target basically, then, you know, I'm not going to be able to recover my full loss unless it goes through and we're looking at a 2 or 3 R. So right now it's super tempting to go ahead and just hit reverse on this. And, but at the same time, we're right here at the low of day, which is support. So does it bounce off support? Like, this is the struggle right now because of these different things lining up. You know, if it breaks support, chances are it's really going to slide, right? So if it's really going to slide because it broke support, there's a good chance it will hit this next bar down here because it, you know, if it's gonna break it, it's gonna be somewhat explosive. You know, it could come all the way down back to this area again, where clearly it had major support at that level right there before. So yeah, so this could, if this breaks support, it could easily slide right back down to this previous support level. So I'll keep my stop right here, but that is the battle. Like, you know, or I reverse it right now, but then it's got to break through support for me to really make some profit on this. But looking at the SPY, it is kind of breaking down, or is it just really just retracing this candle, right? Because we're not really getting a red candle below a green candle. We're just getting a retracement, which is totally normal. So it happens all the time. Like, just go back in any chart. Candles retrace each other like crazy. So so that's why we're still in this trade. But anyways, that's some of the thought process going through my head as I'm looking at this, so you can see what I'm thinking. Okay, so we got 4 minutes left before this 30-minute candle closes. So we're about to see what's going to happen here. If this can, if we don't get stopped out and this closes, there's a really high probability we'll get a little bit of a bobble, right? Because we like to make tails and wicks, and then you know, we could get a really big boost and be back on track to move forward. So that is a good possibility. But we do have this, you know, downtrend right here. So, you know, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high kind of thing. So this could really be selling off big time too. So we'll see what happens in the next 30 minutes. I'm sorry, next 3 minutes. And then that'll be a big determining factor. Do we make our money long on this trade, or do we make it on a speed bump? That's what's we got to find out. But I think we're going to definitely be profitable on this trade. The question is it on this trade long right here, or is it on the speed bump portion? So that's what we need to find out. So you can see if I had reversed my trade over here, because it was technically a stop already when it broke this area. And if I would have reversed it a little bit on that pullback, I'd already recovered my full loss. And this loss is a little bigger than I want it to be right now, but I would have recovered that full loss already and be looking at profit already. So that was part of the thing. But, you know, right here is support. So and the problem is my stop is right on support. So we're going to find out if this is a disaster or if this was a good move right now. All right, here we go. Here we go. Is this a disaster? Did we just lose a whole bunch of bars on the scaling ladder and we're that whole like wall messing me up? Or are we going to turn this into profit? Let's put a stop in for 440, which will be right back up here, which now, because I got in late, my proper stop is actually a lot more. So this trade's going to be pretty expensive if it's a loser all the way around. So let's see here. Really wanted the risk reward around 300, and I did 4 instead. 485. Oh my goodness, because of the pullback right now. So 400 per trade. So now we'll be looking at potential loss of 800 to 900 on this. All right, we're not speed bumping it again. If we take our loss, we're done, and I'm out. And this candle just reopened. So like I said, if we could survive this candle, this one might boost, but it might bobble first. So, you know, create a nice tail or a wick first. So that tail or wick will still get us, potentially get us into profit if this is going to continue copying each other. So SPY didn't really put a tail to the bottom side. You just got this little nibble there. So this makes me feel like this is probably going to become a big red candle. You know, it's making the tail to the top side first, or the wick. And then it's probably going to come back down. That's just, you know, a lot of times I see tails and wicks, but not always. Sometimes you get these little nibbles or nothing. But most of the time you get them. So I'm wondering now, looking at this, is it just going to be a little nibble like this? Or are we going to have is that just making a tail to the top side before it reverses? So we're going to see right now. All right, so you can see that it was making a, you know, it pretty much this little thing. This one definitely left that big tail. Nice big tail. So we'll see if this is a breakdown now. You know, went all the way up, rejected all the way back down, retrace. It's breaking below this candle now. It's got to get below low of day, though, for SPY to really roll over. But it doesn't have to roll over huge. It just has to come down more. And I think QCOM will get us in the green zone. So, yeah, we'll see how this thing plays out. All right, so JD, we trade in the switchback, and JD is switching. So we're going to jump in, risking 300, so around 600 bucks, or 600 shares in about 45 seconds, or a 55-cent risk roughly. And yeah, QCOM, we'll see what happens. You know, we're at that support area, low of day. It's an area, not an exact number. So if this breaks, this is going to be nice. If it doesn't, today could be a really big red day, especially if JD is a loser too. Oh man, could be a small disaster today. Big setback on the scaling ladder. Every time we get close, we get smashed. Should have took that 280 and left, right? All right, let's see what happens. Okay, 3, 2, 1, confirmed. Okay, we're in, JD. Give me 2R, JD. I need you to pay for the loser that's happening next door. All right. There we are. I'm going to put my stop in real quick. All right, so JD looks like he wants a speed bump here in a second. Yep, this could be an epic losing day. But we're going to trade the plan. And that's it. Plan the trade, trade the plan, and what happens? Happens. Numbers game at the end of the year. Numbers work out good. So we'll just take the beating if we're going to get the beating. Okay, so he speed bumped JD, so now we're speed bumped there. Yep, it's one of those roller coaster days, everybody. Let's see what happens. QCOM's thinking about giving us a green trade now. JD, you gonna do it? You gonna come down here, way down here? We'll see. The rule for JD, I traded on the switchback, right? Which we did, and then we speed bump it. So we switch back, and we speed bump it, and then when we speed bump it, I put the stop at the previous high, which is right here. And that's it. If our stop gets hit, we're out. Done for the day, looking for the next trade. And JD likes to give us 2R a lot of times when it does give us a winner, so it's pretty nice, actually. Even if you take losses on speed bumps, they're pretty easy to recover the full thing. All right, so you can see here with QCOM, had I speed bumped it at the exact speed bump location instead of way down here, I would already be in the green, in profit, and I'd be trailing a stop in profit right now on QCOM. So this would be an awesome trade already. So I kind of blew it with QCOM, but, you know, it's hard. You know, when you're looking at the support area, and it's an area. I got stopped out in that area, which was good that I got stopped out where I did and not lower. Able to reverse the trade, speed bump it. But things still look good. Like I said, because of the support area, if it breaks, and I showed you back before, the next support area is down, actually lined up with this line right here. So, there's a very high probability we'll get into this line. We'll make a little money on this trade, which would be nice. Then the next question would be, JD, what are you going to do? Are you going to come down here, let us recover everything, plus a couple bucks, and all in all, we ride the roller coaster for maybe a couple $100 for today. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we just heard there is me jumping into APPS. I'll show it to you later. It had a switch, and then it started to rally back. So I was waiting to get in and basically trailing my entry. So now I'm in APPS as well. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. And I'm short APPS, short. So QCOM, we got really close to get into the green zone there. We'll see. This area right here was support before, so I would think it would be support again. It's an area, and it's already showing that to be support in this area. So we'll see if we get deeper into that area, though, and get green, and then we'll trail a stop. Just looking to be green, QCOM, not even looking for big money anymore. I mean, we'll trail a stop so that maybe, if we get lucky and it slides and we make some money, great. But just looking for green on QCOM. And then JD, same thing, just looking for basically green or close to green on QCOM or JD. And then we'll be out of JD as well. So just looking to reduce the loss of the day because of the speed bumps. QCOM, the deal is I trade it, speed bump it to green. JD, same thing, speed bump it to green. Normally with the normal day trading strategy, it's just speed bump recovers a portion of the loss, not necessarily all of it. But with these two, it is a speed bump to green. So, but technically we're kind of already there with QCOM, right? We should have speed bumped it here. Green would have been right in this area here, and we'd be looking for trailing a stop to exit. So QCOM is pretty much already a done trade, but I do believe we're going to get deeper in here to this resistance area, and or support area rather. And then JD, we just speed bumped it, so we should be good to go. All right, everybody, so this is where JD ended. And the last 5-minute candle, I had to get out. I hate being in that candle. So anyway, it's a red trade for JD, which is really rare. This is like a 92% or better green day for me, which means if I have to speed bump it, I'm usually good to go. So to have a red day today with JD is surprising, but at the same time overdue. And tomorrow I wasn't going to trade, but with a red day and JD today, and it almost trades every day, I have to trade tomorrow because tomorrow's major super premium. So tomorrow I'm going to trade this. I'm going to go $600 risk reward tomorrow. Hopefully we get a 2-to-1 out of it like it likes to give out, and we have a $1,200 day in JD. So that's what's up with tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to do some other things around, get some stuff done outside, all that stuff, and just take the day off. But not anymore. Now I will be trading because of JD. So anyway, so that's where we're at with JD. We trade the switch back, hit it, failed, speed bumped it, and yep, almost made it. Almost made it right here, but then didn't. So anyway, there we are. QCOM was the other one. So QCOM, we same thing. The switch was a winner right here, and then I traded the switch back, and it almost was a winner. Failed, speed bumped, but I didn't speed bump until so late. If I would have got in the speed bump earlier, would have had a nice recovery. QCOM would have been an easy green trade. But either way, it was a green trade down in here. But by the time I got out, I gave away $40 instead of taking like a $20 green trade on it. But yeah, QCOM doing its thing, and then basically just sideways the rest of the day. So there's QCOM. CVS, we didn't trade today. We trade on the simple switch to the short side only, or sometimes a switch back, but we didn't trade. Could have traded the switch back here, but it was after 12:30. I don't really vet it for that. Would have been a winner, I think. Okay, so then here we are with APPS. So APPS does awesome for me. So right here we're moving along, no trades, and then we finally got a short setup right here. So we took that short, little technical thing I was looking at right there just to kind of see what's going on with the trend basically. And yeah, got in the short, started bouncing around, and we're able to come down here and make some nice money. So thank you APPS, saved the day, $312. So that definitely helped out on the day big time. And then NUG, Right here, Nug. We got nothing going on with Nug. Lots of switches, but no permissions. We only trade Nug to the long side. And we didn't get anything in our window. Our window is 9:30 to 12:30 is a trade window. And let's see, is that everything? QCOM, JD, CVS, APPS, Nug. Yep. All right, cool. So we got everything. So there you go. So that's your portfolio, what it did today and what I did, which was not great. Let's go check out the log. All right, so here we are on the 15th. So, yeah, so QCOM had to do the speed bump deal, and then small red on the end. JD, even with our speed bump, didn't help us out, so we ended up with a bigger red. And then APPS saving the day, bringing us down, so we only lost 149 bucks today. Sweet, woohoo! So that was awesome. Was he looking scary? You know, 440 a loss. Scary. The speed bump, if it failed, that would have been another $400 loss. And then you got this 360 on top of it, like, right? Today could have been easily, like, you know, over $1,000 in losing. So, but it didn't. We got 149 bucks losing, and that's it. So, nice little red day. I'll take it. Check out the dashboard. So, there we go with, where are we at? Yeah, no, that is not today. That was big red day. Right here, 149 July. So, we got a little red. Still green on the month, so that's good. And then let's see what that did to the scaling ladder. All right, so back this up one bar. And you know, without JD, I would have been right in the mix, right there. We would have probably been up one more bar. So every time I get close to this is just, man, it's the same thing with this one, you know. Same thing with this one. We kept getting close to it. It was just like, you know, smashing us back, and now we're keep butting up against this and smashing us back, and then we're gonna get through, and then we'll be in the 500 range, and we'll be in the 1,000 range, and then the 2,000 range, and then, you know, off to the races, right? And we're making $5 grand a day, so. Yeah, and then you're a millionaire, basically, is what I am once that happens. So, yep, just got to keep on hitting that scaling ladder and just, you know, stay at it. The biggest thing, traders, is survival, right? Because, like, if you have blow-up days and then good trades come, you're starting from the beginning. Whereas if you could just kind of, like, stay treading water right here, and then the good trades come, you go down a little bit. Then you kind of tread water, and you're, like, doing the thing back and forth. And then you get a good couple days or a good week, and you're down another level, and then you got to tread water. You just got to make smart decisions, you know, plan your trade your plan, tread water. Don't worry about recovering your full day and casino trading and all that stuff. And, you know, you got to make good decisions for yourself. And then when the good stuff comes, you're there to take advantage of it. And you have an account to take advantage of it, right? Like, you throw your whole account away on garbage, and then the good stuff comes, and you can't trade it because you don't have an account anymore. So don't do that to yourself. Plan your trades, trade your plan, you know, stay afloat, take advantage of the good days when they're there. And, you know, if you have a good trading plan, the red days don't hurt too bad. But, you know, you got to plan for red days, red weeks, and red months. And at the end of the year, as long as you're green, it's good. So even if you're a new trader, if you're green $1, if you're green $1 at the end of the year, you did better than most people. So, yeah, just try to be green at the end of the year. All right, everybody, I'm going to definitely be here tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. See you then.